The First World War, often called the Great War, was a conflict unlike any other. It marked a turning point in history, changing the course of nations and the lives of millions. It raged from 1914 to 1918, engulfing Europe and beyond in a maelstrom of unprecedented violence. The scale and intensity of the battles were unlike anything the world had ever seen. Millions of soldiers were mobilized, thrust into a new kind of warfare that shattered the romantic notions of battle. The reality of war was far more brutal and devastating than anyone had imagined. In the trenches, a brutal reality set in, far removed from the parades and patriotic fervor that had accompanied the declarations of war. Life in the trenches was a daily struggle for survival. This essay delves into the personal stories of those who experienced the trenches firsthand, their diaries and letters offering a poignant glimpse into the human cost of this global conflict. These personal accounts bring the war to life in a way that statistics and official reports cannot. The soldiers who fought in Wabiyabu came from all walks of life. They were farmers, teachers, students and laborers, factory workers, ordinary people thrust into extraordinary circumstances. They left behind their families and livelihoods to serve their countries. They endured unimaginable horrors, witnessing death and destruction on a scale never seen before. The physical and psychological scars of the war would stay with them for the rest of their lives. Their stories, often recorded in diaries and letters home, provide an intimate perspective on the war, revealing the physical and emotional toll it took on those who fought in it. These writings are a testament to their resilience and the enduring human spirit. One such story is that of Wilfred Owen, a British officer, known for his poignant war poetry. In his poems, Owen captures the brutal reality of trench warfare, the constant fear and the devastating loss of life. His words give voice to the experiences of countless soldiers who struggled to articulate the horrors they witnessed. Another compelling account comes from Siegfried Sassoon, a fellow British officer and poet. Sassoon's diaries and letters paint a vivid picture of life in the trenches, the deafening bombardments, the ever-present stench of death, and the camaraderie that developed between soldiers facing a common enemy. These personal accounts, filled with raw emotion and unflinching honesty, serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of war. Life in the trenches was a grueling test of human endurance. Soldiers endured appalling conditions, living in constant fear of enemy fire. The trenches themselves were muddy, rat-infested ditches, offering little protection from the elements or enemy attacks. Days were marked by a monotonous routine of guard duty, cleaning weapons and trying to stay dry and warm. Boredom was a constant companion, punctuated by moments of sheer terror when enemy artillery rained down or an attack was launched. Food was scarce and often poorly prepared, leading to malnutrition and disease. Sleep was a luxury, often snatched in short bursts amidst the noise and discomfort of the trenches. Despite the hardships, soldiers found ways to cope, clinging to humor, camaraderie, and hope as a means of survival. Section 4: Bonds forged in fire, camaraderie in the trenches. In the crucible of the trenches, soldiers formed unbreakable bonds with their comrades. They relied on each other for survival, sharing the dangers and deprivations of war. This shared experience created a powerful sense of camaraderie, a brotherhood forged in the face of death. Soldiers looked out for one another, offering support and encouragement in the darkest of times. They played cards, shared stories, and sang songs to boost morale and keep their spirits up. Letters and parcels from loved ones back home were cherished treasures, providing a vital link to the world they had left behind. These letters were often read aloud and shared, offering a collective sense of hope and comfort. Section 5: The Face of Fear, Psychological Scars of War. The psychological impact of trench warfare was profound, affecting soldiers in ways that were often invisible to the naked eye. Soldiers witnessed horrors that left lasting scars on their minds, from the constant bombardments to the sight of fallen comrades. Many suffered from shell shock, now known as post-traumatic stress disorder, a debilitating condition that could manifest in a variety of ways. Symptoms included nightmares, flashbacks, anxiety, depression, and an overwhelming sense of dread, and an inability to cope with civilian life. The transition back to normalcy was often fraught with challenges. The constant threat of death, combined with the horrific sights and sounds of battle, took a heavy toll on the mental well-being of soldiers. Many turned to poetry, music and art as a way to process their experiences and express their emotions. These creative outlets provided a much-needed escape from the grim realities of war. Others found solace in religion or sought comfort in the company of their fellow soldiers who understood what they had been through. The bonds formed in the trenches were often the only source of strength for many. Section 6. Letters from the front, bridging the distance. Letters written by soldiers from the trenches offer a poignant and intimate glimpse into their experiences. These letters were often the only way for soldiers to communicate their thoughts and feelings to their loved ones back home. They wrote of their longing for home, their fears and anxieties, and the daily struggles they faced in the trenches, and their hopes for the future. These letters were a source of comfort and a reminder of what they were fighting for. These letters served as a lifeline between the soldiers and their loved ones, bridging the vast distance and offering a glimpse into their lives on the front lines. The act of writing and receiving letters provided a sense of normalcy and connection in an otherwise chaotic and dangerous environment. In their letters, soldiers described the horrors of trench warfare in vivid detail, from the deafening bombardments to the sight of fallen comrades. They shared their grief and the heavy toll the war was taking on their spirits. They wrote of their exhaustion, their hunger, and their constant fear. The letters were a testament to their resilience and determination to survive. Yet amidst the darkness, there were also glimmers of hope and humanity. Soldiers found moments of joy and camaraderie even in the bleakest of times. Soldiers wrote of their pride in serving their country, their unwavering commitment to their comrades, their love for their families, and their dreams of returning home to a peaceful future. These letters were not just messages, they were symbols of hope, love, and the enduring human spirit amidst the ravages of war. Section 7. The Enduring Legacy, Remembering the Voices of WWOW. The personal stories of WI soldiers serve as a powerful reminder of the human cost of war. They offer a glimpse into the experiences of those who fought in the trenches, their courage, their sacrifices, and their enduring legacy. These stories are not confined to history books. They continue to resonate today, reminding us of the importance of peace,